happening, everybody? Today we're working on the four-head Uninet DTF conversion. Just need to locate a few things. What's up, everybody? How's it going? Rough day today. In just a second, I want to copy this to a few groups. All right, what's up, everybody? It's just a follow-up, it's pretty tough right now. Hopefully you can hear me. I don't have my earphones on me, so the sound can be quite low. I'll try to speak up and keep you guys posted. We can put this in here, that way I can see what's going on. We'll move y'all right here. And basically all I'm doing is going through the process of charging my cartridges, or my dampers. I got a black. Hopefully you can see in there pretty good. If you can't, maybe I can move you right here. The idea is to just allow you to see what's up and what's going on. Usually by 2 or 3 of these things will pull the ink, and hopefully you'll be able to see it. Kind of fun, right? I'll tell you what I could do. I could figure out how to move these out of the way. And I'm sure you're going to see it. Blue is next, cyan. Always take care to use the right colors. If you're reusing your syringes, because, sometimes yellow and blue make green. So if you get some green stuck in there, you're going to have to print it out rather than just being able to go. ran out of gasoline there. Be sure to put these in carefully because, you know, they can get ink dropped somewhere. And then it gets under your printhead. Just grab one of your cleaners, clean in there right up. We certainly don't want any cyan getting near or under the printhead. Just because it can create a blue tint or any color tint accidentally get under there. Moral of the story is do the color first. I think the last one I gotta grab is the, kind of for me, the toughest one to get because of where it's located. There we go, magenta was being kind of stubborn, but it's filled up now. Now we'll put it back and hopefully not drop it like I did the other one. Okay, I got a little bit drop from when it connected. How's everybody doing? Any questions? Thanks to the friends hanging on with me. A little bit about my day. If many of you have seen my TikTok or my Facebook, my son passed away, dude, and life is so hard right now. But it must continue, work must continue. And oh my God, it hurts. Real pain. It's never something that, you know, you want to feel or go through, but sometimes we must. Alright, so I'm going to put the cage or the cover back on. Printer's ready to power up. Prior to hooking up the printer, I ran the printer for about 2 hours with just doing dry printing without the print heads connected, the cables unconnected, just to make sure everything was working right. And started to do a nozzle check and I'm like, oh my God, I forgot we could have gone live. But my mind's not here right now. It is, but I'm not. having a hard time finding that walkway. So there is one change that I will be making here shortly today, and that is going to be to add a longer USB cable, which is very easy to do. Just, remove your panel and you can follow the cable all the way back to get it out. And then, it connects right through here, comes out here. And so I'm going to connect with the larger cable that I can run up here and then, bring it down here, because this becomes a hazard when you can't run through to get to the back of your printer. So let's go ahead and plug it in. Now, theoretically, you should always have your cover on, right? And for the purposes of working, I'm not. It's going to initialize. Hopefully all works well. My PC just died over here. There we go. RIP's functioning. So, we know that we have the inks put into the dampers now, so we can go ahead and, potentially go an easy way about this, or just, try to load all inks as soon as the printer comes back to life here. There we go. Says we aren't connected, but truly we are. What just happened? Did I lose IP address by turning it off? Let's see, I'm going to restart the RIP real quick. See if I can't get this to connect. Boy, I hate that IP address struggle. It is a problem. And, I think in my mind that I might have something set up incorrectly in the firmware, because from the Hosensoft, when it goes to print the films moving backwards from the DTF printer, the film moves in the correct direction. So, I'm just trying to knock that out, see what the hell's going on. I'm still offline. It'll take a moment for Hosensoft to start. It's usually when it gets in this drag of a situation, I can click it And as soon as I do, it'll start. See, there it goes, look. So we'll shut that one off and now it'll jump on. It's a little bit of a lag. Any questions, I'm happy to answer. We're still, running printer number 1 over here just fine. And I know that I've got an old dryer set up and this is about to be out of here. This one's finally set up and the electrician will be back to add another plug like this right here. And so, they're set up and ready to go. We're just trying to figure out what's going on with the host and soft. It does this quite often. This is not a Uninet problem, by the way. This is considered a, let's see if I can get that to come on. Just takes a really long time for it to start. I usually can, there it goes, I can jump it through. Let's see what's going on. Seems like my network connection panels just kind of went shitty on me. Dude, why does stuff always happen, That's correct. So then what is the problemo? Let me come over and see on my other PC if that's the problem. It's one of those. How weird. One, 2, 7, 10. So the rip reset, or the software reset on me. I gotta take a screenshot, sorry. One, 2, 7, 10. 1, 2, 7, 10. 1, 2, 7, 10. See if that'll jump start it. Man, what the hell jumped it off the cycle? I don't get it. Server IP. So this one is 10, which is correct right here. This one may be the incorrect one. How did it change though? That's what I want to know. Let me go back. top is 11. The default gateway, this one should be 0 according to the other printer over there. Now let's see what happens. Uh-oh. Oh no, where did the file go? Man, I'm completely confused. I wish I could reverse the video. Looks like it just took it off my entire PC. What the flying hell? Okay, so I have notes. Hold on. Oh, I see. Okay. Print PXP is now on the C drive. You know, always when you're under heartbreak and you're exhausted, always drink one of these, man. I don't know how else to cope right now. I'm a mess. I'm borderline, you know, I'm borderline suicidal right now. My son just died, and the only thing that keeps me not being suicidal are my little brother Ernie's and my children who are alive. And the hardest thing about this is that I have to deal with this loss for the rest of my life, and to teach my sons how to deal with loss. Kind of like I don't even want to deal with life right now, you know. Then I got stupid shit like this, you know, the IP address crashing on me, you know. It's like, fuck, man, do I need all the headache? It's like, how does it just fucking work? 1 minute shuts off, and then I gotta sit here and go. The one thing about DTF printers that I hate is fucking with the IP addresses. I just, at that point, I'm like, I don't want to do it. And then somehow it just magically connects, you know? I don't know. Let's try this one here. Probably won't do a damn thing to connect it. How was I just printing a fucking nozzle check? I put ink into the print heads, and now it's like, oh, you don't have an IP address. The whole rip just got taken right off, you know, my desktop. I'm like, damn, dude, what is doing that? Something on my drives and stuff is removing the rip and causing me this issue. Let me go back to my Uninet manual, and I'll pull this up for us too. Why the hell is my Uninet manual taken off? What just happened? Holy shit, all of my manuals are removed. Come over here and I'll take a look, see if we can find my manuals. Okay. Now I'll come back over here and find my manual and see if I can't correct this problem. I just moved it from the drive to the drive. Thanks for being patient, everybody. I'll figure this out. Of course, fucking thing doesn't move over either, right? Am I really seeing this? That's what happened. Okay, there you go. My network connections were taken out. Always RTFM, if you know what that means. And now we just got to go back and set the IP for the RIP. So that must be between 11 and 24. me just check computer 2. Set to 11 and 0. Wonder why I'm not connecting. God dang, it's always something simple like that, but I'm going to keep going until maybe I can just try to restart everything. It's like something just jostled my PC or something, you know? There it goes. So I'm blinking over there. That's what it was. I was disconnected. Huh. I was disconnected right here because I was attempting to change out the line. Boy, I just lost that whole time over nothing. All right, so the first thing I want to do now is try to load ink. And we're just going to load ink from this point because we're connected. I like to usually go for about 25 seconds on the initial load. We're going to want to move to the left. Just a moment, see if we got any ink coming in. Oh, we got a little right here. So we'll continue to go back. Going to print a nozzle check. Got some white coming out, just got to keep going a little more. Try it again. Oh, that's interesting. My film is going backwards. So we keep trying to run some cleanings and stuff. And then what I'm going to do now is power off. If you guys didn't notice it, my film was going backwards as I was printing. This dryer's out of here today. I think my the fuck do we move this when it doesn't fit? Well, I may have to reach out to Uninet because this is a problem that I don't think any of us saw. Oh, I know what I got to do. I got to switch the cords. All right, this is a little bit of a job here. So we're going to have to switch all the cords as such. Okay, well, I mean, so in order to fix that, I'm going to have to go 1, 2, 3, 4 to 1, 2, 3, 4 to 1, 2 here. Interesting little job we can do. You want to know what's funny is I put you guys down and forgot where you were. Alright, so looks like we need to switch out 2 wires here. So D negative and DR right here, they need to switch. Okay, so we'll put you guys right here. Let me know if you can see. I can't see the comments, so we're kind of on our own. DI, the last 2, and hopefully I have a little screwdriver that'll fit in there. Let's take that out and switch them. With, of course, your printer being turned off. This is what you call Ernie installation error. All right, so let's now go over here and see if that fixed the problem. We'll power it up again. Kind of trapped, you know, I don't have a real direct way to get in here yet. I need to shut this, set this to never sleep. Now let's see if this happens again. So I'll know it's corrected because if I go down, the film should come to me. If I go back, the film's going to go back. Earlier is reverse. We seem not to be connected, or else, oh yeah, now we're fixed. No, we're not. Now it seems that I can only go one direction. Interesting. That didn't work. Hold on just a minute. So just for the sake of time, I'll figure this out, but I'm going to keep trying to wonder what the hell my directions are not working. Now, backward, they're both forward. So I just switched these to negative here. And it still is only going forward. So Let me see about this here. Kind of nozzle check right now. Oh, we're getting a little white coming out. That's a joyous news. I'll fix that issue with the driver here in just a moment. And so I have to go through this process before I can go into the alignment process, which is here. So I just tried to bump some life into printhead 1. Usually it doesn't take this long. It's really very quick, but you know, what can you do? Having fun. We'll be ready to go with 4 heads in just a little bit. oil directly from the capping stations down there. I'll figure out one. So we can see some motion in there. And I see white on the blade, which is great. We'll let this get done. Try to throw off another nozzle check. Last time I filled up, I think I came from the waste lines. I forget. My mind is not here today. White's coming through, great. Little baby traces of white there. We'll keep going, and instead of doing a live, I'll just come back when I got a full nozzle check. May take an hour, maybe one cleaning. Stay tuned for video 2, everybody.